So Bazaar seems to be one of the better things to happen in the card game genre in a long time. As far as the actual game is concerned, most people seem to like what it has to offer. But of course that would be way too easy. Good game comes out, you swipe your credit card, and you go on to enjoy that motherfucker. It just seems like there's always some greedy monetization bullshit that gets in the way. Anytime a game has a lot of hype or interest surrounding it, it seems to go to the developer's head, and they start losing sight of what's important, and they turn into greedy assholes. But what makes them an even bigger asshole is when they go around and start banning people for criticizing their greedy cash-grabbing ways. Well, you can't blame them. It's hard to create a business model that works. What? I mean, no, it's not. Well, I should say it shouldn't be. If you have a game like this that people seem to be losing their minds over in the card game community, it's no secret. These free-to-play / pay-to-win games are a bigger moneymaker if you do it right, in contrast to a standard pay-to-play game. And that's because the free-to-play business model is loaded with predatory exploitative tactics. Add in a dash of FOMO, a little bit of pay to win, and you get yourself a potential behemoth when it comes to a moneymaker, a fucking cash cow. But the way it looks to me, these developers overestimated what their player base would put up with. And you would like to imagine after all that they would have their tail between their legs, begging their community for a second chance. But instead, here they are on Steam with $240+ worth of day one DLC, $20 per character, $80 for a board and album. In what world is anything of that nature worth $80 after having to spend $40 entry fee? Although right now they're trying this perceived value bullshit. Well, if you buy it right now, all you have to do is pay $19 and you'll get an extra character with it. I mean, that should be the fucking price. Not to mention most of the sales are generated within the first few days of release, with the majority of video games. Smoke and mirrors bullshit to make you feel like you're getting a value. Another shitty trick of the trade. I mean, of course you're going to feel like you're getting a value. What's the fucking alternative? Paying double and not getting that extra character? It's fair to say anyone that's seriously interested in this game is buying it within the next 3 days. Unless they hate money. $20 per character in a fucking card game. It's not like you're moving the character around in a 3D environment, customizing it to your liking and shit. You're basically paying for a portrait that comes with stats. And I heard someone say the reason why the characters are so expensive is because they have to pay their artist. Who's your fucking artist? Picasso? And I think the saddest part of all of this, and I think some of you will agree, you have this dark, greedy, cash-grabby, banning any slight criticism on Reddit cloud that now just sort of hovers over what is pretty much a kick-ass video game. I mean, the more gameplay I see of it, the more I want to play it. Like, it looks really cool, but I just can't be a part of this bullshit. I can't co-sign this level of shameless greed combined with the censorship that they're throwing around like it's a Nerf football. And I just love how it says 50% off for all of the day one DLC. They're using every last shitty tactic on you. FOMO, perceived value. How much a game is worth will be debated for the ages. But I think how much money you actually put into making it should be taken into consideration. But what really lights a fire under my ass, I don't think I've ever used that term ever before, but what really irks me is when these developers go on Indiegogo, Kickstarter, they get us to fund their game, and then they still pull this greedy shit. Again, how much something costs shouldn't be the end-all be-all, but I mean, it's just hard as a consumer to take a look at Grand Theft Auto 6. That's likely going to cost between $80 and $100, and then take a look at this game. I mean, something in my mind just sort of breaks when I try to compare the two and make sense out of how these developers can charge like $250, which is the fake sale price, by the way, in order to feel like you got the entire game, which, by the way, you'll never be able to achieve unless you continue to buy the new characters. This isn't some super expensive live service game that costs a ton of money to keep operational. It's like this weird offline hybrid where you're not playing people in real time. You're playing their builds, something akin to a Ghost in a racing game. And so when they claim they're charging so much money for these fucking characters to pay their artists, does your talent cost more than Rockstar's? I mean, I don't think so. And so if you're going to drag your employees into the equation, for why you choose to charge so much fucking money per character, then I'm going to drag how much games cost into it. I know this is a crazy suggestion, but maybe if you actually charged a normal, decent human being price, say $20 for the entire game or whatever, maybe you'd sell more copies, which would lead to making more money for you and those super expensive artists. I don't like trying to tell people how to spend their money because I don't like when people do it to me. However, if you're spending this amount, $400 and something, you, sir, are an asshole. And they seen you coming a mile away. But anyways, Bazaar is now in this weird place where it's no longer free to play, but it still has a lot of the free to play trappings. It still has that shitty mechanism of dangling these new powerful characters in front of you only to nerf them into oblivion about a month later to incentivize you to buy their new ones. I mean, the whole thing is gross, right? You don't need me to tell you that this is all disgusting. For those that bought the game, go and enjoy it, get your money's worth, but do me a favor. Don't go onto these Steam forums, don't go onto Reddit defending this shit. We get it, guys. You bought something disgusting, you're ashamed deep down inside, and now you feel compelled to explain yourself to everybody. You don't gotta do that, okay? You don't gotta condone it. You don't gotta justify it. We've all been there at some point where our gaming junkie side got the best of us, but do us all a favor. Enjoy this one in private, right? Enjoy it in the shadows. Stay in the cave with Stella. Don't come out to tell us how we're all wrong and you guys are just broke. Nobody is forcing anyone to buy it and all of the other non-fucking arguments that you tend to spin up anytime you do some shitty business. The issue isn't the people that aren't buying it. The issue is that there are some people that are buying it. That's the problem. It's not the people that fall off the truck every now and then. They buy something they know they shouldn't have, but they try to do better the next time. The problem are the people that just continue to do it over and over and over and over again. It's like these motherfuckers were born to be nickel and dimed. Destroying it for everyone else isn't bad enough. They then have to come out here defending all of this greedy anti-consumer bullshit. And when you have enough people doing that, the next thing you know, all of this greedy shit gets normalized, like microtransactions in AAA games. You wouldn't know that Bazaar was an indie game by looking at the business model. You would swear that the people that made The Sims made this shit.